Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. So it's been a little while since I've been able to play the War of the East, and I'm glad to be back here once again. I think we'll go for about an hour or so today. Like, sometimes I swear to God I'm so busy. It's kind of crazy. What I've been doing today, actually, is continuing my Japanese study, and I found this really handy. If you guys are actually trying to learn Japanese as well, you'd probably like this as well. It is called Irodori. And I've been actually using this, and it's been pretty good, actually. So there we go. It's free. Definitely worth checking out. So that's what I've been doing for a little while here today. As I say, I'm going to try and like find the time to study between like doing streams and sleeping. Oh dear. Okay, it has been pointed out to me quite a number of times that apparently one can in fact use the Q key to autosave, which is awesome. I'm going to try that out now. Ah, yeah, there we go. Nice. Well, that's cool. We'll be able to do that a hell of a lot more often then. Okay. So, we left off last time having mostly done the north over here, really, which is pretty cool. Okay. I do have these divisions. That was one I was actually considering beforehand. So, which car are they parts of? Let me get the lines up here. Then was it Shift Z or was it? There we go, Shift Z. Right, so we do have that core over here. I could have these actual divisions taken out by actually attacking them, but I don't think it's potentially worthwhile. In all honesty, it's probably a better idea to just move on towards Riga, really. I can have that core headquarters shifting out elsewhere, so we've got to do that. It was pointed out to me that I actually do need to take these ports. Apparently there are zone of controls that are projected by ports, so we might need that port before Riga actually comes into being useful. Now that's something I didn't previously know about, so that's actually pretty good there. Alright, so we'll be able to move on from there then. So we'll make it a priority then to take this port over here, which is fine, and I don't imagine that will interfere, but it would be nice to have said ports. The port of Tallinn becomes more attractive in that case. It might potentially allow supply transfer between Helsinki and Tallinn. I'd imagine something like that would happen. Ideally in one of these two we'll actually be able to see details such as that, such as transfer via sea. That'd be nice. So I do have Totenkopf over here. I think what we're going to do here then essentially is, I could even potentially move these divisions out from Riga, but I might potentially just leave them here at Riga for the time being. We are at 6% fuel over here. If I take a look at their supply details, and in all honesty I probably do want to move some of these support assets back into the actual core and potentially army pool. Yep, okay. Yep, so I had hoped to have been supplied by Riga, but unfortunately not due to that case with the actual sea control here then. But we still have 2,000 units of supply here. We have 588 units of fuel, so it's definitely helped out. They've definitely drawn upon that, I would imagine, then. It's not too bad. Now, the rails are getting further out, which is good there. Okay. As a very spread out core, that's going to be kind of crazy, actually. What I'm going to do then is go ahead and actually have it, concentrate on these divisions of here. These guys will be able to draw from the port there, from the surrounding settlements, and these guys need to move. Right, but I'll do that, keep them busy there. So we do have our assets over here. We still have these divisions I've yet to actually make use of. Is it Shift K or is it Shift... yeah, Shift K shows us the garrisons there. So, I can't have them make it here. They could make it over here to actually have the... Well, we could have the 403rd garrison, the city of building us, which is good. We'll be able to move on further into the interior here. Right. So I still have some additional divisions I could use. And we are going to have these divisions actually shift up. It would be potentially worthwhile to have a division move on here through the marshes, but I don't think it's worthwhile, really. It's nice as it cuts the rails. It does put a bit of pressure there, but it's not really worthwhile. We're better off concentrating on actually getting past the marshes over here to the other side and actually trying to link up on the other side there. Should be completely manageable, really. Okay. Right, rail repair, that's something that we do need to take a look at. I do need to actually have... I might have him just shift over there to the rails, to be honest. They're moving a little bit further, but they're actually on the rail line there. That is better for them. They don't have to worry about that supply there. Okay. Airfields over here then. So we do have the divisions to shift up to the north end. Okay. Okay, okay. Do I have a security? We do have a security division over here then. That should be sufficient. Have them shifted there. Should be more than sufficient, to be honest. So, 255. They'd move up that way. Right, that is sufficient. Can I manage it without all of them in there? Not that I particularly have cities to garrison here in the central area. There's no real large cities here for us actually to manage in that case. Wouldn't be too bad to have some of them potentially used down here. But it's one of those of where we'll see how much we need. So we'll shift out a regiment at a time. Still good. Right, so I need 2 regiments in there. Okay. So 2 regiments to hold Brest-Litovsk. That allows us then to shift up a regiment then. It's going to help us towards actually garrison Minsk. Well, garrison in Minsk. Won't be able to do it completely, but it allows me to leave a little bit of something. I could potentially leave like a regiment to have that garrison then. Right. So essentially we want to move out here then. Move the divisions up as far as we can. There we go, we're going to start doing that. So you're attached directly to 2nd Panzer Group. What I need to go ahead and actually do then is, before I do forget, is let's see. Which corps was it? Was this 16th Corps? Which corps did we have actually responsible for that? 12th Corps. I think it was 12th Corps. Yeah, we have these over here then. I'm going to have these actually sent to Army Group North. Where's Army Group North? I've got center over here, south. Okay, so it's not just me being blind, but it's just actually not available for us. We'll have you sent to OKH then. Right. Essentially all these big guns we'll have sent to the north. I'm going to have them sent to as well to OKH. And then we'll actually have them transferred to Army Group North then. How you doing there, Snake? Good to have you, my man. So I've got 150 guns over here. I could lower the amount of support they have. We do have plenty over here. We have the Stug Battalions. I mean, it does make me wonder actually regarding the Stug Battalions. It might simply be worthwhile to actually have them embedded in the Panzer Divisions. The reason being, we really want to have as many AFVs in the Panzer Divisions as we can. It's one of those of, in 1940 you had a Panzer Division that would have an actual tank brigade in there, generally. Maybe not across all of them, but generally you would have something like that. Whether it actually appeared like that in reality is another situation. Well, another question entirely. But then we go into 1941, we actually see the reduction of panzers in the Panzer Division. So we have the 1 regiment. So we never have astronomical amounts of AFVs. So I'm going to try to concentrate them as much as I can, really. I mean, this is it. That's what they're good at. We need to just really push it as much as we possibly can, really. Okay. How you doing there, Perch? We cleared some of the pockets. We'll be clearing the pockets in the south shortly. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll move on to the divisions. What we're going to be looking towards doing then is just trying to clear a little bit of this would be nice. Just to try and increase the size of the corridor over here. Shouldn't take much for us, really. The Germans diminished the number of tanks that a Panzer Division had to increase it. Yeah, well that's it, isn't it, essentially. Increase the amount of Panzer Divisions, but actually at the cost of having Panzers in said division. There's a book actually that I need to go ahead and pick up in the future called the Blitzkrieg Legend. I think it's called the Untold Story of the Blitzkrieg or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's meant to be quite good of an account of, obviously, well, the Blitzkrieg. So that'd be quite cool to read. Okay. In fairness, I might have them shifted up over here, but I do want to make sure they concentrate. I do need to make sure they move this way. These guys can be dealt with at a later date. They're definitely not a priority. The priority is to get the hell moving up here to the north. Okay. Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, so, exactly. It was a lot of tanks, like a whole lot of tanks. Okay. You've been shifted as far as you can be. In fairness, I probably should have kept that security regiment there to actually guard them there. I'll no doubt have a unit I could use to do that. And I might even just have the regiment there just on top of them, just to make sure they are secured. We'll see about that. I don't think there's a threat around here, but it's not something we want to really take the risk with. So we have the divisions move forward there. We have Deutschland motorized regiment there. We do have elements of the motorized regiment here. It looks like Minsk is in fact open to us, which is good. I believe we have conducted reconnaissance, which is very nice. Now, what we need to do here then is we do have a couple of divisions over here actually. Well, I say divisions, we have NKVD border regiment there. We have divisions potentially over here. There's units at least here. So, okay. What we're going to be looking at doing then is shifting over this way. But if we take a look at the actual amount of fuel, they have 94, 94, 88. I'm going to be quite conservative with the amount of fuel expenditure. We've achieved a good deal of progress here. I think I might wait for the rails to be possibly there before we move. It's just one of these things that I think it's worthwhile to accrue as much fuel as we can. But then again, I think you have to have like a HQ build-up to go beyond 100 if I recall. I can't recall exactly. I think it's something about that. So we're probably in the best position we're going to be in, really. Let's see. So this is why there's books out there, but I do want to actually read to try and get a more concrete opinion on the reasons for this and obviously the development. Right, so I can shift the divisions up this way, which is not too bad. I could potentially have a division shifted out here just to hold this, but I don't need to do that. We're going to have forces able to continue to push this way. I do have a core that can be used to secure these positions. Right, that's shifted that way. Okay. Now, as to whether I need a couple of divisions this way, not particularly likely going to be useful. I don't know. I think it's one of these of, it is worthwhile to have the infantry concentrate this way, have them push this way if we can. Hey, Dimenovoken, good to have you, my man. Right, I'm going to have them continue to push that way. Okay, we have you here then. Yeah, I'd rather move up that. Right, there we go. In fairness, I mean, it's a difficult one because we've got to get the supply in there. Lacking on the fuel there. As the Operation Downfall scenario you played on YouTube, I was wondering if there's such a scenario where you also have command of the Soviet forces. Probably the campaign. I don't know, there might be some like alternate history scenarios out there. The Downfall one is a alternate scenario. Alternate history scenario. There are some mods out there that I'd like to check out in the future. It'd be kind of cool to have something different like that, really. Right, I could shift that actually, and that's not too bad. Gives us a little bit more there to work with, perhaps. Right, we'll shift that way. Gives us a little bit more there to work with. So I'm going to have some of these divisions reassigned, but I only have 28 points here at this moment in time. What I need to go ahead and do is track down that super heavy artillery, the 600mm mortars to be exact. Production filter might not show it actually. Do we still actually produce them? That's going to be a question. Oh, so these aren't being produced yet, of course. Right, okay. Or is it not going to show here? Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So we don't produce them. I'm going to have to learn what this means again. It's been a while. Okay. So you got, okay, H, we have you in 4th core, which is... Where the hell is 4th core? Oh yeah, I don't need it here in 4th core. Like, that's, like, not necessary. I'm gonna have that sent to OKH then. Okay. I think what we'll do then is essentially form a siege corps. That's been suggested to me as a good idea, and I do agree on that one. Right, so we have 355s, so here we have 305s, we have 240s. So it's not that many super heavy guns, but I'll have them transferred to the north. We have 2 in the same core here, which makes things easy. Yep, okay. So we'll have them transferred. They can go directly to Army Group North, which is brutal. I'm going to have to lock support on the Army Groups just to make sure it doesn't actually disappear on me. 105s. 105s here. Right, there we go. Right, so to Army Group North you go. So that is the 355s. Now I need the 305s. Right, so then Army Group North, I have you in the 10th Corps. 10th Corps is 9th Army, which is technically under the command of Army Group North anyhow. But I'm going to have them actually put into Army Group North so I can actually have them assigned out properly. Right, okay. Let's take a look over here then. Need to do a little bit of maintenance. So we do have a underwhelming... Well, we have 5th Corps over here. I'm going to have you assigned to 5th Corps. We really do need to keep the corps actually together. Just to make sure they have that proper support in place. And we can actually push out the corps a bit further then. So they're assigned to 5th Corps. Right, so we have 2 more divisions over here that can move on a little bit further if needed. The question comes down to, is it needed? I can't get that far that way. It might simply be a case of keeping the 5th Corps mostly... well, I'm going to have 5th Corps take command of these units over here by the front, by Kaunas, and then have them actually pushed up there. Maybe first move the armoured side, then if you need them. I don't think we want to move armoured for infantry because it's not particularly worthwhile. I love this game, and to be honest, your streams are one of the major contributing reasons for it, but I believe you don't care too much about the generals for... well, that's pretty amazing. Yeah, that is true, actually. That is true. You can actually... I think what it is just... like, I've started reading it. I just wish I had more time to actually read things. But this is where other people come in handy to actually tell me things and really point me in the right direction. Oh, how you doing, Vandu? Good to have you, my friend. So, Walter Model. Walter Model. Okay. Right, so second army is not yet available. Okay. So, is he potentially eligible? Which commander do we have him eligible for then? Which commander would we consider for him? Let's see. So we have Army Group North, and we'll go ahead and actually take a look at the commanders of each Army Group then. So then leave 4-7. I'm going to have to take a look actually into how much these stats actually match at this sort of level here actually. Yeah, we don't have a huge amount of actual points, so that's the issue. I'll have to take a look into it, because it's one of these of it's not that much more expensive to replace the actual army group commander, but then the actual army group, well, the armies might potentially have more of an impact. We do have a core command as well, actually. In fairness, I think what we'll have to do then, it's a good point to actually raise there, is it would be worthwhile to go through the actual core commanders of each of the actual cores, really, and just try and see which core commander is worth keeping and which one is worth shoving out there. That's not a bad idea. Right, so I'm going to have some additional construction units committed here. 16th Army is going to have a slower pace of progress. I'm going to have them committed. Yeah, so we have these guys. I don't think it's worthwhile having said support in Army Command. We'll have to decide which cause it goes in. Army Group is easy because leaves political status 2, the higher the stat. Yeah, that's true. AGC, okay. Oh, as a call commander, that's interesting. No, I do need to look into that. Okay, so we do have security division over here at 207. I don't need that shifted out as of yet. In time we will do, but I'd rather keep it here when I don't spend any resources. I must have forgot about that motorized brigade ban actually. Or was it not available last turn? I think it was available last turn, must have forgotten about it. Oh, I need to go ahead and actually save, yeah. So we'll do the auto-save system. Ideally it doesn't crash, because that'd be kind of annoying. Okay, seems to be working. Oh, is it frozen on turn 1? Okay, that's good to know. So we'll get these divisions shifted then. I could have them shifted there, but I don't think it's potentially worthwhile. I might have them pushed out this way, just but I don't need to hold that. Really. We'll shift divisions down here from south, and then we'll see what we have and what we need. I do have a built pile up there. Well, we'll take a look. I might go ahead and actually move into Minsk. It doesn't seem like there's anything really particularly in the way here. But I would prefer to do that with infantry. We should have cavalry here somewhere. Yeah, we do have a cavalry, the first cavalry. Can I shift that? Yeah, I'm going to shift that division here. Just back there for a second. It's a bit of a waste, but it allows me to move on this way. Oh, I don't move that way. Oh, well, no. Okay, so we'll go back. Right, so... yeah, at least using the cavalry division actually allows us to have other forces find an easier time through. So we'll attack there. Yeah, they're shattered, which I would prefer they surrender. Now, to move to Minsk, it's that way. So that headquarters dislocated. 19 that way. Go there. Oh, turn shift K off. So we do have a city of Minsk over here. I should have taken a look at what it had in beforehand. We're not going to catch a huge amount here in Minsk. I don't know how much it actually has to begin with. We've got some fuel, we've got some supply, it's something to work with. Rail line ain't bad. Okay. Do you plan to take Moscow before the winter? To be honest, if I can take it, I'll try and take it. Yeah, any fuel's not bad. Any fuel is still good. Don't get me wrong. Leningrad's going to be the main focus. The reason being, well, that's the reason why I committed the 9th Army to Army Group North as well. So we have 3 full armies over here, as well as the Panzer Group. Pskov's going to be one of those we have to manage. We should be able to manage Leningrad. With the 3rd Army, we should be able to manage that. I do have the Panzer Groups essentially aimed, well, 2nd Panzer Group heading this way along the rail line from Minsk to Smolensk. 3rd Panzer Group, I think it is going to... Is it 3rd or 4th Panzer Group? I always forget which bloody Panzer Group it is. So 3rd Panzer Group is going to be looking to move along this... Well, we're going to take control of this rail line, but essentially move along here. So we actually have ourselves ideally in a position to strike towards Vitebsk. However you want to pronounce that move. Just try and have 2 ways in here. But also, the issue is we have the 1 rail line here. At least I can have the other Panzer Group move along the other rail line. Well, the reason with Leningrad is it's just so awesome. It's really good. It's just really, really good. Because it allows us to actually have the Finnish forces actually garrison it. It actually gives us the ability... Like, we can lock down here. Moscow is far harder because it's so much further out there. But Leningrad you can definitely lock down, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Are you trying the Narva Gambit with a 4th Panzer? Where's Narva again? generally how I take things is I have... Oh, is Narva on here somewhere? I can't remember exactly where it is now. Land bridge from Estonia to Leningrad. Oh, yeah. Round about that area, isn't it? Yeah. I forget where. Generally, I aim for Novgorod. I don't think there's actually any ships in Leningrad, actually. It'd be nice if there's actually, like, a naval element actually modelled in one of these two. That'd be very nice to see there. Right, let's get these cores actually situated properly. Yeah, it'd be nice. I guess they kind of are in one of the west, but not anything spectacular, really. Right, you can be shifted up over there, which is great news. I do have his core headquarters here, okay. Let's go ahead and just save it here then. There we go. We'll have to shift up the air power as well. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Me and Avoken were talking about this last time. It'd be absolutely amazing if there was, like, earlier scenarios to play with. That'd be really nice. Ideally, one of these two... Well, I mean, this is it. I don't think they'd be able to do it with one of these two, but... Who knows? It'd be kind of cool, actually, if there was, like, a sort of... Poland scenario. That'd be kind of cool, actually. That'd be rather interesting. I don't know. This is if they bring out one of the East 2, they'll probably bring out one of the West 2 at some point, I'd imagine, or like have some sort of combination. Also be nice to have African scenarios that have been torched Tunisia. Yeah, a lot of earlier things will be interesting. I did not have that, good to have you, my man. Yeah, kind of weird, isn't it? Okay, have you shifted there? Rude. Yeah, exactly. Let's be laugh. I played Darkest Hour quite a few times. Oh, actually, somebody told me that there's a updated. God, there's a mod that's been updated recently. I can't remember which one they said it was, but they said I should try it out. So I'm gonna have to take a look at that after this. Okay. But yeah, anyhow. Played one of the mods and actually managed to get Poland in the Axis as Germany, and you're like, oh, this is cool, and you're like, I still can't beat the Soviet Union. It was in the Total Realism project, and I'm like, I just cannot beat the Soviets. I'm just not that good. Just not that good. Oh dear. Okay. Attack that next turn. Right, so how do you guys feel then? Should we go ahead and move panzers now? I'm considering this area here. Let's go ahead and run... How far does our reconnaissance run out this way? Not that far. I'd like to go ahead. It might be potentially worthwhile shifting the airfields. Possibly. No, not yet, actually, which is probably a good idea. A lot of the airfields are actually not actually in range of us right now. Right, so we've got 160 fighters there. Okay. Right, so it shifts the reconnaissance out now. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything as of yet, so we'll go ahead and save it there.